Hello, Pestilence here, and the locks that I have for you today are from the DM and Company. DM and Company. That is the Davenport, Mallory and Company. Except for this one. So what is this one? This one was featured in the past, and I can always put the episode down. It is a Mallory and Wheeler Company lock. So what does this have to do with these locks? What connection is there with Mallory and Wheeler? Simply put, they all became part of the same company. This one became part of the company later on. Okay, we'll start with this one. This little one, unfortunately the pin in it is really loose, and they say that the seller said that it opened up, but it wouldn't. So not much I can do about that. This is a DM and Company. Okay, and here is the key. Very, very small. Okay, before I open up the bags here, let me give you a brief history on the company. Okay, Mallory and Wheeler, the information that I had when I did my video on the smokehouse locks was correct, and it wasn't. It wasn't as correct as it should be. Mallory and Wheeler was one of the last versions of the company. They say that Mallory Wheeler apparently began in 1835 as the Pierpont Hotchkiss Company in New Haven, Connecticut. So that's how it began. It wasn't Mallory Wheeler, it was Pierpont Hotchkiss, and that was in New Haven, Connecticut. Mr. Hotchkiss was the patentee of the mineral doorknob. Ooh, sure that was pretty exciting back then. Benton Mallory was hired as a bookkeeper for the company in 1840. Mallory purchased John Hotchkiss's share after John died in 1843, and the company became Pierpont, Mallory and Company. Now, this information came from a website that was dealing with hardware, like doorknobs and I think probably hinges and things of that nature. So that's where this information came from. They were from that perspective. The company grew rapidly until Mr. Pierpont retired in 1852 and sold his shares to Mallory and John Davenport, and the company was renamed Davenport and Mallory Company, then developed into the Davenport, Mallory and Lockwood from 1858 to 1860, then the Davenport, Mallory and Company. Further information that I have says that that was from 1861 to 1864. After John Davenport's death in 1868, his grandson, John D. Wheeler, partnered with Frederick Mallory, eldest son of Benton Mallory, and the company became the Mallory, Wheeler and Company. So there you go. Now, from the information that I gleaned off of another website, it listed it as this: Davenport and Mallory Company, 1852 to 1857. Davenport, Mallory and Lockwood, 1858 to 1860, and Davenport, Mallory and Company, 1861 to 1864, which was about the same years as the Civil War. The Civil War was from 1861 to 1865. So this small lock was made somewhere between 1861 and 1864. Now, let's start with this one. the seller on Etsy, she put these locks into these bags like this and sent them to me. Very, very nice. Okay, as you can see, nice and rusty. Also, excuse me, missing the pin, which I wasn't aware of. I couldn't tell from the photograph, and it has on there DM and Company. Okay, this one kind of pops open, so as you can see, no pin. And here's the key. Put that in there and try to lock it. Okay, it's locked again. It unlocks and locks very easily. It just does not have that pin. And it has the entire part on the face right here, which is nice. I've seen some locks that are missing that, or it's chipped away. Okay, and there's the original key, barrel key. Now this one, here's the key for that one. Now this one looks like somebody made it themselves, but I'm not really sure, because I don't have a catalog featuring these locks, so I don't know. Here's another one. This one has some of the original, as I said before with one of the other locks, they called it Japanned. And I believe that is what that is on the surface. And this one's in pretty good shape. Okay. Of course, this one isn't in as good of shape as some of the other ones that I have. They were a different company, and they were older, or not older, but they were they were made later. There we go. One of the locks, the shackle, when I opened it up with the key, it just popped right open. But as I said, that was made later, so not as old. So there we have another DM and Company, made from 1861 to 1864. See if I can get these to stand up. Goes there. So there we have it. The earlier version of what became Mallory Wheeler, and then the ones that were produced during the Civil War. Okay, so let's see. These were made from 61 to 64, and then it didn't become Mallory Wheeler until sometime after the Civil War, 1868 or so. I believe that the company was around until 1913, so I can't really say when this lock was made. But I do know that this iteration was during the Civil War. And I don't think I'm going to do anything as with some of the other locks I have, concerning the rust. Because I have put them in vinegar bath, but I really don't think it's going to add that much to this lock, which keeps popping open. Well, you can see in there. I don't know if you can see. Let's see if I can get the... You can see the bolt in there. There we go. What I could do with this one is I could put a pin in there myself, which is something I'll have to consider. It does work, but we will see. As with this one, I really would love to get it open, but this is pretty solid in there. And so my concern is I don't want to break that pin off. Because something is blocking. Something's blocking it inside there, so it's not, doesn't want to open. So we will leave that one as is. So there we have it. 3 locks from the Davenport and Mallory Company. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this interesting. Take care. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And stay legal. Bye.